Hello everyone, my name is Jacob and today I should be building the North American X-15 airplane in Minecraft. So previously I've built the B-1B, that is the jet-powered bomber that you can see there in the background, and that is quite a fast plane, especially for a bomber. Well, the plane that we're going to be building today takes the expression of fast plane to a whole another level. This is the plane that still currently holds the record for the fastest airplane ever made, I guess, ever measured. The X-15, although it is not in use anymore, was and of course still is the fastest plane on Earth. So unlike sort of planes used for different sort of tasks, by that I mean like fighter planes, bombers, so basically planes that have to fulfill a specific role, this thing was made specifically, well, I guess, yeah, it was made for going really fast. I'm not sure what the sort of real world uses of that would be, but I don't know. I guess it could quickly deploy over enemy territory and sort of do some reconnaissance, I guess. So anyway, unlike those planes, this thing is actually rocket powered, which is pretty cool, and actually it cannot take off under its own power. For takeoff it uses a sort of a mothership plane, so they strap it basically to a bomber, to a sort of to the wing of the bomber, I guess, or to the underside. And they take it up, well, they don't do it anymore since these things are no longer in use, but they used to take it up real high and then just drop it from the bomber, and the plane would ignite, the pilot would ignite the engine, and then he would just go as fast as possible, I guess, and then just land. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the how this plane works, I guess. So basically it's just a rocket with some little tiny wings strapped to it, so it's got a huge rocket engine in the back, and it's got a single pilot in the front there, and there's pretty much nothing else to it, so let's go ahead and start building it. Okay, so as always, pretty much I'm gonna start with the landing gear, and I'm gonna start with the front one here. Now this is a very simple build as well, so it shouldn't take us that long. So we should just start with the front landing gear, as I said, with just a block of black wool and a post, and then we're gonna put some black wool on top. Because this is of course a top secret plane, I've chosen to go for the black color, and which makes it even nicer. So I've just added an end rod to the front there, and I'm gonna extend the whole thing across like so. So this thing is I just built it pretty much exactly to the measurements that are in the Wikipedia article, which are the ones of the real plane, so basically it is 1:1 scale. Okay, so now that we have this line here, I'm gonna sort of try to bring out the sides, so it is a very simple shape. It looks sort of like a fighter plane, but with smaller wings and a bigger stabilizer at the back. That thing is quite big. I read that just the stabilizer has as much drag as one of the fighter planes, I think, which is pretty insane. and it needs that so it can actually stabilize the plane when it's going really fast. So that's really interesting. Anyway, so we have this sort of shape here, and we're gonna extend the bottom here as well. So we're gonna have this nice triangular shape at the back, and we're gonna be able to put the engine right in there, and then we're gonna have the huge stabilizer, the huge vertical stabilizer right here at the back, like so. And we're gonna bring it out with some stairs like this, and that's pretty much it. We can build the engine sort of mock-up as well, with a block of glowstone and a zombie head, sorry, a skeleton head, right there. Okay, so now that we have this, I can basically just extend the top here. We're gonna have like a ridge going on the top, and then we're gonna sort of have a transition with a stone brick stair into the cockpit, like so. And then we're gonna have some reinforcement on the bottom here, like that. And that's pretty much our fuselage. As I said, it is quite a simple plane. It is. I really thought it was smaller than this, but as I said before, I tried to build this thing as close to the real world one as possible, and as you can see, it is sort of comparable in size to a fighter plane. You can see here, it is sort of the same length. The only difference would be that it has quite a bit smaller wings, but other than that, it is quite similar. So that explains why they have to have a huge sort of mothership plane to bring it up. It's basically just a huge fighter plane with a rocket strapped to it, I guess, or the other way around. I don't know, but that's pretty interesting. Anyway, one other interesting feature of this plane is that it actually does not have rear landing gear with wheels, I guess. It does have some landing gear, but it doesn't have any wheels at the back. It just has these sort of sleds that just sort of slide along the ground, which is kind of interesting, I guess. And yeah, that's just another feature, I guess. And also, I read that it before landing, it actually jettisons sort of a part of the bottom half of the vertical stabilizer. So as you can see, it has a winglet sort of on the top and a winglet at the bottom, and it sort of jettisons a part of it, so it can actually land properly, because the sled landing gear is not as long as the whole bottom part of the vertical stabilizer. It has to get rid of some of that, so the actual sleds can touch the ground, which is also quite interesting. So anyway, as you probably can tell, that wouldn't really work in a sort of in a fighter plane, for example, that has to have a lot of uses, I guess. But this thing wasn't really used that much. I don't know how many flights there were, but not very many. So that was, I guess, an acceptable solution for that problem. So anyway, let's build those sleds like so. I've just gone for some black wool and some black carpet, like that. And in the middle, I'm gonna put some cobblestone wall. This is gonna represent our sort of top half of the bottom part of the vertical stabilizer. Okay, so we have that, and that's pretty much it for our fuselage. And now we're gonna move on to the wings. The wings are very small, so they shouldn't be a problem. So we're gonna start right here. And we're gonna build them in the middle, sort of, and we're gonna go out 3 blocks. I'm pretty sure, like so, and then we're just gonna sort of do a nice 45-degree edge, and we have our tiny wing, and we're gonna replicate that on the other side like so and like so, and there we go. That's pretty much it for wings. Little tiny wings, but it doesn't really need much, because when it's going really fast, there is more lift, and that's pretty much, I guess, what it needs. Okay, so on the back we're gonna need some horizontal stabilizers as well, and we're gonna put them sort of underneath the wing a little bit. As you can see, we're gonna put them sort of where the landing gear starts, or actually, yeah, I guess where the slide starts. And I've put it sort of like this, so it's diagonal to the block there. Okay, and then I just put another slab there, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. And that should be pretty much all for this incredibly cool airplane. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, I suggest you look up this plane if you're interested in stuff like this, because it is a very cool story. You can read on the development of the whole thing. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can tell you. If you like this video, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out my other videos, and I will see you next time.